All right, guys, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome back to this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to log into your WordPress dashboard. That is your back end. Now, after you must have purchased your domain you're hosting, installed WordPress on your main domain, whether you install WordPress on your main domain or on a subdomain, it doesn't matter. You have to use the same way to log in. You just come to your just open a new tab. Just type. Now this is a subdomain I actually had, which I created for this tutorial. Now just look here, you will see tutorial.vlconcept.com. Now that is the name of your that's your domain name, the domain name you actually bought. Now you want to log into your WordPress dashboard. That's the back end, where you have to do all the necessary development. That's to build the site. That's installing your theme, installing your plugins, designing the site. That's actually where you have to do everything, do all of those things at the level of your back end. Now after you must have typed in your domain name, now you just put slash. Now look at what I'm doing. You see the forward slash here, forward slash WP dash. Now you look at the dash here, it's a hyphen admin. Now you take enter and you hold on for the site to load. All right, guys, this is our WordPress dashboard. This is the way the WordPress dashboard look like. All right, now I'm going to be walking you through all these elements you see here. When you look here, you'll see here home updates. Now let's begin with post. Now when you look at post, you actually have all post, add new, category, tags. Now post is you are doing let me say you have a blog on your website, or you are building a blog website. Now this is where you actually create your post, the post that will have to show on your blog, that people will see. This way you actually have to come and create it. If you already created some posts, you just come here, all posts, you're going to see all the posts you've created. Then you have categories. Like for example, you have a blog that deals that does the it deals with fashion. For example, you have men category. You can create a category for men, you create a category for women, you create a category for children, you can create a category just for bags, you can create a category for computers, and so on, depending on the way your blog is. You get. All right, now tags are like subcategories. That's when you're going down, like taxonomy, for example, in sciences or in biology. Let me just say like that. We have tags. These are tag. It's like taxonomy, for example. Now after you have category, you have tags. That's you go down again to be more detailed. All right, now we have media, for example. Let's say you have downloadable files, like digital products on your website, like ebooks. This is actually where you upload them so that they can be downloaded. Now you come here, pages are the these are the this is what you actually create, and you add as your menu. It can add that you can either create pages and add them to your menu, create a menu using these pages, or you can use categories to create a menu. Let's leave that aside. I'll explain more better when we get in front. But now at the level of pages, you can create pages, but you don't add them to your menu. But like for example, we have the home page, we have about us page, we have contact us page. Now you can have other pages. For example, you can have the service page, you can have let me just say privacy policy page, but they are not added to your menu. So these are actually you actually create pages from here. Now we have comments. If you enable comments on your website, this is where you check your comments. Then appearance. At the level of appearance, we get to appearance. You see here theme. When you click on theme, you actually upload a theme. A theme is like, how can I put it? A theme is like this is what gives your website the main functionality. You get. Now we'll get to see it more better when we're about to install a theme on this WordPress. Now you look at customize. When you take customize, Customize is these are settings within your website, like you want to work on your header, you want to work on your footer, you want to work on a sidebar. This is where you actually work on it. Then widgets. We also have, like, these are widgets. These are actually widgets. We have the sidebar. Sidebars actually have widgets within it. Even the header and the footer actually have widgets within. We'll get to see that more better. Then when you come down, we have menus. Like I earlier said, you create pages or categories, then you add them to your menu. Then we have background. You know what background is, the entire background of your website. Now we have theme editor. You want to edit the theme we're going to be installing from here. Then we have plugins. Like plugins, like I earlier said, when we were purchasing our domain name, when we were at the level of the hosting panel, that's the H panel. Now I told you plugins are like applications. These are what gives functionality to your theme. When you install your theme, you have plugins which you have to install depending on the kind of website you want to design. Plugins are like applications. There are some particular things when you want to do on your phone, you need some kind of applications to do those stuffs. This is the way web design functions. Now, for you to design a website, you need some plugins. For example, we need Elementor, we need Elementor Pro. Now, for you to build a website, you have to use Elementor or use Gutenberg. Now, Elementor or Gutenberg are actually page builders. This is what you use to build the various pages that make up your website. But for this tutorial, we're going to be using the Elementor page builder. All right, so we have when you look here, installed plugins. Installed plugins are plugins you already installed on your WordPress website. Now we have add new. This is actually for you to add a new plugin. We're going to come to that. We have user. User is actually the people that are actually have access to your back end, to your website, like this back end. I'm the only one who can access this back end because I know my password and so on. But you can give access to other persons, to other users. You can permit them to work on your website actually as editors and so on. Now we have here tools, available tools. We'll leave this one for now. We'll come down here to settings. When we come to settings, we have general. We have stuffs inside general which we'll look at later. We have writings. We'll actually look at them because we have things we'll come and set here after we must have installed our theme and our plugin. Let's go to appearance. This is where you actually install your theme. Now let's take theme. Now, these are themes we already have here. Now, I've been using Astra and Ocean WP for some time. That's why you actually find them here. Now, we actually have to install the Astra theme. Now, you see, it has already been installed. Now, I just need to activate it. For you, what do you need to do? You just come up here, look up here, add new, or you come down here, you take add new from here. Let me click from here, add a new theme. All right, guys, now look at this search bar. You see a search theme. If you don't have Astra here, you will not have Astra because this is your first is actually your first time. Now I have Astra because I've been using it. I have Astra Ocean WP, Hello Elementor. Now if you don't have, just search here Astra, just type Astra. Now you will see the theme will come up. This is the Astra theme. You just click on install and activate. This one has been installed, so I just have to activate it. All right, it has been activated. Now this is the active theme. You see here active Astra. Now let me tell you, each time you install a theme, you have to activate. Each time you install a plugin, you have to activate. All right, let's go to plugins. Now we have to install plugins. The plugin we have to install here is actually Elementor. We have two different types of Elementor. We have the free version of Elementor. We have the pro version of Elementor. But in this tutorial, we are going to be using the free version of Elementor because I'm going to be showing you how to import pre-designed websites. You import a website that is already designed, then you actually now what you need to do is just to edit the website, remove the information on the website, put in your information, remove the information on the website, put in your own information. So what I'm going to be doing here is actually to direct you, walk you through, show you those points which you can actually do those things. So let's go to plugins. Let's just click on plugins. All right, you see I don't have any plugin yet. I don't have any plugin. It's actually very clean. Now we have to start adding plugins. Just come to add new, click on add new. The first plugin we have to install is Elementor. Elementor. Right, when you search Elementor, you will see other related Elementor plugins like essential add-ons for Elementor. We have Elementor header and footer builder, and so there are so many of them you will see related to Elementor. In this video, we will install just Elementor free. In the next video, which I'll be dropping, we're going to look at all other add-ons related to Elementor. So guys, watch this video, follow me to the end, see how I'm going to import pre-designed websites which you have to install and just edit those informations. Then there is going to be another video where I'll be showing you how to design from scratch. So just hold on for it to install. It's installing. Remember, each time you install a plugin, you have to activate it to start working. All right, guys. So our plugin has actually been installed. Now we have to activate it. Just click on activate. Yes, our plugin has been activated. The plugin has been activated. Now we have to go now and install the importer plugin, so that we are going to install the Astra starter template that will bring us all those templates we need in order to import a pre-designed website. Now just come here, hover over appearance. You hover over appearance. When you hover over appearance, you come down to Astra options. Astra options. Just click on Astra options. All right, guys. Now, so this is where we have to install all those stuffs. Now just come here at the end here. When you look here, you see 180 plus starter templates. Look at this, is it here? So these are pre-designed websites which you will have to install and start working on them. All right, now just look here. You see under here, you see here. Now when you look at, did you know Astra offers a free library of starter templates? This is what we are actually about to install. And they say choose from over 180 beautiful templates and kickstart your project. Now they'll say install importer plugin. This is what we have to install. These are the plugins we will need to build to work with the already pre-designed websites or those templates. Now just click on install importer templates. Now you wait for it to activate. It's actually activating those plugins. All right, guys, those plugins, the starter plugin has actually been installed. So you see, these are different websites that have actually come up. Now you see, we have blog, we have e-commerce, e-learning, restaurant, agency, local business, professional. Now let's just take blog. We see different blog templates. So you see, most of them are premium. We have premium, free. There are free ones and we have premium ones. So you see, free, premium. These other ones are premium. So you see, you actually have to select one block from here and you edit to give you what you want, to give your desired result. All right, now just go up. Let's go to restaurant. We see these are premium. This is free. This is free. Premium. We have free. These are free templates which we can edit. So you see, with this importer plugin, you build a website easily. Now let's go to local business. Let's check what is under local business. So these are free. This digital agency that thrives on your success. So this is digital agency. So you see, business coaching and consulting. So these are different templates which you can use. All right, now I'll just look for one. I'll look for one and pick it. Let's work on it. um let me look for one. I think I'll take this. Let's just go down. Yes, I'll take this one. I think I'll take this co-working space. Let's just check. Let's check. Life coach. Let's take this co-working space. Where is that co-working space? All right, this is it. Now just click on it. Just click on it and hold on. It will call up the website. It will bring up the whole website for you to see. All right, guys. Now this is the website. So you see, this is the home page of the website. A place that helps grow your work. About us, that these are services that you change. You can actually change the website to give you your desired result. If you don't like this one, you change it and pick up another one and move on. This is the footer of the website. This is the footer, and this is the header. This is the menu. These are different pages that are created. This is the home page, about us page, amenities. This is a page 2, pricing page, contact page, and so on and so forth. All right. Now you can actually view all these other pages. Let's just check the contact page. Let's hold on. Okay, contact us page, get in touch. You see here our location, call us on that, email us. So you see the way it's been arranged. Then this is a Google map. I'm going to show you how to edit all these things, change these informations, and put in your own informations. All right, guys, just scroll up. You take skip and continue. See here, skip and continue. Just take skip and continue. Take continue. So you see here, submit and build my website. Just take submit and build my website, and hold on for the website to actually build. So you see the process. It is building. All right, guys, so it is complete. The website has actually been built. So now we are going to let's view our website. Let's view our website. Congratulations, your website is ready and it took just 1.3 minutes to build. Now let's view the site. Let's view how the site looks like. All right, so this is our website. This is our website. This is our home page. This is our beautiful home page. This is our footer. This is our footer. This is the copyright here at this end. Now let's move. Let's move. Let's move. Come here. Now this is the home page, about us page, amenities, pricing, contact. Now this bar up here is actually showing because I'm logged into this website. That is why it is showing. Now any visitor, when a visitor comes in, a visitor will not see this. So this is our logo. Now just come here. Now if you want to work on this upper section, just within this logo, this menu, you just come here, look here, you see here customize. Remember I earlier said when you want to work on your header, like this upper section, the header, this upper section containing this menu and this logo, you go to customize. Just take customize. You'll be able to customize these items up here. You want to work on the footer too, take customize. You'll be able to work on the footer as well. Go to widget, you'll be able to work on them. Now when you want to work on the whole of this page, because these elements, starting from these write-ups, this background, this all these things here, right down, all these things right down here at the level of these images, you cannot work them under the customization option. Now you only edit. Remember I said we installed Elementor, which is our page builder. You only have to edit using Elementor, which is our page builder. Elementor page builder. Now when you visit your website, you can edit directly from here. You can edit directly from here. Look at what I'm showing you. Please pay attention. You can edit your website directly from here. Edit with Elementor, or better still, we go to dashboard. We go back to our WordPress dashboard. Now we are at the level of our home WordPress dashboard. Let's go to pages. Then you'll be able to see all those pages which I showed you at the menu. You see about us, amenities, contact, home. You see pricing, you see privacy policy. Like I earlier said, we have privacy policy. You can have a page that is not on your menu, like this privacy policy, and this sample page it's not actually on the menu. I can trash this sample page because it's just a sample. It has nothing to do. So now let's edit our home page. Now for you to edit your home page, When you hover over home, you see edit, quick edit, trash, view, edit with Elementor. Now you can take directly edit with Elementor, or you take edit, then you go and edit it with Elementor. If you create a page, take note please, if you create a page for the first time, you haven't edited that page, you just publish the page. Now whenever you want to edit it, you will not see edit with Elementor. This is showing edit with Elementor because this page has already been built. Now let's say you create a home page for the first time, you publish it and you go back. Now if you want to edit it, you just take edit, you click on edit, you hold on. Now when you take edit, they'll ask you edit with Elementor, so you click on edit with Elementor. All right, so this is actually our home page. We have to edit with Elementor. Now let me explain this dashboard. When you look here on this left side, where my mouse, I'm moving my mouse, these are elements which you can add to your website. When creating a website from scratch, this is what you do. You pick, if you want a text, you pick a text from here, you put it here. It's just drag and drop. You drag, you drop. Now we have, this is an inner section. We have an inner section here. That's just the way you input elements. You want a header, you pick up a header, you drag and you drop inside here. So I'll delete it back. Just right click and delete. Now you want to edit this text. Now look at, let me explain between sections and columns. Now this is a section. Now when you look here, let me highlight up here. You see here a section. When you click here, you see this is a section that comes right down up to this point. This is a section. This is another section under here carrying this right up. This section with this one with this image is known as a section. Then these are columns that are being input in this section. This is a column. This is a whole column carrying this write-ups, this header, this text, and this button. Now if you want to edit this text, whenever you want to edit something inside this, like let's say you want to work on this whole section, you click on this 9 dots, on this 6 dots, sorry. When you click on these 6 dots, now you are working on the whole of this section. For example, you want to increase the width. So you see what's happening. I'll just put it on, I'll just, it affects what is inside this section. Now I'll just put it on default. I'll just remove the values. All right, now look at, if you want to change this background, just click on style. Now we have layout, we have style, we have advanced. Layout is actually the like the way this section looks like. You understand the way this section looks like? Now you see here column gap, we have the height. The height, they have taken fit to screen. If I take minimum height, you see the way it is now, right? I can reduce this height, minimum height. Let's take a minimum height of 300. So you see, can increase it, I can reduce the minimum height. Now I'll just come back here, I'll put it on fit to screen. Fit to screen. Okay. Now if you want to change this background image, just come to style, go to style. Now you see the image right here, right? This is the image here. Now let me explain here. We have background type. We have, when you hover over it, you see classic, you see gradient. Gradient is, you want to classic, you can change this image to color. You can input a color here, you change it from image to color, delete this image, and you have this black color. If you want gradient like two colors, you want two colors in this background, you work on this gradient. This is the first color and this is the second color here. Let's say the second color will be red. So you see, these are two different colors. All right, now I don't want that one. I don't want that. I want back the image. I want back the image. Now you see here video. If you want to input a video on your website, like the background here, this is where you actually do it. Now when you look here, slideshow is in a case where you put about 5 different images to serve as your background image here. Then those images will begin to slide, like one will come, go away, the next one will come. So there are other videos. I'm going to drop other videos whereby you actually learn how to do that. But in this video, we'll just focus on what is here, so that you remove, put in what you want, remove, put in what you want. So if you want to change this background, just come here, click on it. Then you can upload an image from your gallery or from your media library. Media library is actually images that are already in the website. Let's say, for example, I want to take let me change the image. I want to take this one. Just take this one, for example. So you see the image has been changed, right? The image has been changed. That's how you change it. If you want to work on this text, now you don't click on this small black arrow, this black square here. When you click on this black square, it means you want to work on this column, on this section, sorry, column. This is a section, this is a section here, and this is a column. It means you want to work on this whole column containing this header, text, and button. But now if you want to edit just this header, click on this pencil icon. When you click on this pencil icon, look here on your left hand side, you will see here a better place. Then you will see something like this is actually a code. You see less than, br greater than, to work. Now the reason for this small code you see here, which I've highlighted, this code is actually there to break this line. This line, a better place to be would have extended right here, right? But now this code is in the middle here. This br, this less than, br greater than, is actually break. It means break, to break this line. So that is why you see to work is actually under. This is the final thing that people will see, right? But now you see it differently. Somebody who is working on the site sees it here differently. So that is the use of code. Okay, now, but remember, I told you we're going to design a website without using any code. So we just maintain what we have here. You can just copy it and keep, so that you use it in a case where your header will extend. So you just remove this and you input something else, a better place to work. Let me just say, and so you see the way it's changing. That's just the way you change this text here. The same thing happens here. When you hover over it, you see this pencil icon will come up. You just click on this pencil. You see here, let's just hold on. You see the text will come up here. You can just delete the text and you input what you want. Just delete the text, you input the text you want. I'm just typing anything to show you how it works. Now if you want to style this text, what if you want to style this text? Just come here to style, come here to style. When you come to style, you see text color. You can change the color of the text to red, to black. You can change it to blue to suit the background which you are using, but I'll put it back at white. Now you want to change the typography. That's the style of the text, the text family. You come here. Now you see here, I've actually take typography. I've taken typography. You see family. This is a font family. Now I will just let me just take Montserrat. Montserrat is a font. Now you see the way it has changed, right? Now the size, you can increase the size, reduce the size. I will just put it on default. I'll just put it on default. I'll remove the value, put it on default. And this one too, I'll just put it on default. I'll just put default. All right, now, so if you want to transform to uppercase, you want it all, you look here, you see weight. Weight is actually the thickness of your text. Now you see it's at 800. Look at the way it is. Let me put it at 200. You see how tiny it is, right? I'll put it back on. Let me put it on 900. All right, now you come here, transform. You want to transform all to uppercase. You want to transform all to lowercase. You want it to be capitalized. I'll just put it on default the way it was. All right, now you come to style. Just forget about, leave this one the way it is. Decorate, forget about this one. Now the line height. The line height is the distance between this line up here and this one down here. Let me increase so that you see. So you see the way it is, right? It was at 1.1. Let me put it back at 1.1. Yeah. Then the letter spacing is the spacing between the individual letters. I hope we understand that. All right, so we are done with that. We go down. Text stroke. You want this text to have a stroke, like to have another stroke. Like, let me just show you what it's all about. Text stroke. Now, let me just say the stroke should be red, right? The stroke will be red. Let me increase the stroke. You see, now red is inside and white is inside and red is outside. That's what it meant. That's what it means by stroke. I'll just remove it to 0. Text shadow. If you want this text to have a shadow behind, now this thing it didn't have any shadow. You look at. Let me just show you. Look at the way it's increasing, right? Now let me increase the opacity. Let me increase the opacity. Now you see the way you see a shadow behind here, right? Now let me increase the blurriness of. You shall see the way it's. Let me remove it. Or you see the way it's working, right? Okay. If you want it to horizontally to go in front, you want to bring it back. You want it to go down, up. So you decide what to do with the shadow. I'll just remove the values. I'll just remove everything. I'll just remove it. I don't want it. All right. Now, so that is it about text shadow. Now, advanced. Let's check what is inside advanced. You come to advanced. Now, you look here. Advanced is now we have margins and we have paddings. Now, margin is actually the space outside of this column, and padding is actually the space inside of this column. Let me do it so that you see how it works. Now, let me say I want to add margin at the top of this write-up. I want to add margin. See the way it's working. Now it is pushing the top. So you see it is pushing this letter, this write-ups, the distance between these write-ups and this line up here. That is what is meant by margin. That's what is meant by margin. Now let's check what padding is all about. Let's check padding. Padding now when you look at the way it is, right, it is linked. All these values are linked. Once you increase one, all of them will increase. You get. Now when you unlink it, when you click, now when you see here, you see link values together. When you click on it, you unlink them. Once you increase one, only that particular section will change. Now we have padding. Let's see what is inside padding. I'll unlink the padding values. Now let me increase it at the top. So you see what is happening. It works almost the same. Now there are cases where you actually see the difference. Here you cannot actually see the difference. Now let me work with padding and margin for this column. Now let's go at the top, right? Let's put in some padding at the top, only at the top. Now you see the way it's increasing the spacing outside. Now you see the distance between this and this other line up here has increased, right? It's increasing the spacing outside. Okay, I'll remove it. Now I want to increase padding on this inner section from the top. Now it's actually 320, right? They've actually added padding. Padding is a spacing inside. Now let me remove this padding from the top, this 320. Let's see what happens. So you see now these letters are actually very close. Let me remove that below is 220, up is 320, yes, 280. So you see the way it is, right? Now let me add padding from the bottom, 280, and at the top 320. So you see the way it is, right? It is increasing the spacing. When you increase padding, padding is actually the spacing inside here, inside. Why padding is margin is actually the spacing outside. So that is it about padding and margin. Now let's go down to motion effect. When you come down to motion effect, let's say for example you want to animate this right up, right? You come to motion effect. When you click on motion effect, you actually see entrance animation. Entrance animation. How do you want this text to animate each time somebody opens your website? Now you see fading, you see fading from left. You see it will come in from the left, it will come in from this side. Let's take fading from right so that you see fading from right. You see the text will fade in from the right side. Understand? All right, so that is it. These other ones you can work on them. Background. This background is actually background of this text, but we don't want any background for that text. Now let's go down. Let's see. You do the same. Just it works just the same with this other text. Now let's check this button. Let's check the button. Now this button is telling us to learn more. Let's highlight this button. When you click on this button, now when you see here the button, the text on the button, yes, look at text, right? Forget about this one. This type, button type, is actually telling you info, success, warning, danger. Forget about it. Now you just come down here. The button is telling us to learn more. Let me just change the button and say about us. About us. Now when somebody clicks on this button, it will not work for the moment, because there is, now look down here, you see here link. There is no link here that is linking this button to any page or any section or anything. You understand? Now once you want this button to work, you have to go to the about me page. Now we cannot see the header here. The header is actually hidden because we are working on. Now look at, you will not see the header because you cannot work on the header when you're editing with Elementor, right? So now if you want this button to take you to the about us page, you have to copy the link to the about us page. You just come here, you remove this pound sign, this hash, then you click and you paste the link of the about us page, or you just type about us. Now when you type about us, you see about us will come up. You just click about us, you see now the link will come up here, right? Now when somebody clicks on this link, on this about us, it will take the person from this home page to the about us page directly. You get? Now each time you do your work, you just click on save. There is a save button here. It's just that this my playlist is blocking it. This my Loom stuff is blocking. But when you look here, you see a green button down here which is telling you to save your work or update. Now each time you do something, try to update it, because if you don't update it, each time something happens, you will lose your hard-earned work. You understand? Now the button is actually left aligned. Let me center align it. Let's see. See, it's aligned to the center. You see, it's aligned to the right. Now if you justify it, the button will actually occupy the whole of this space. Let me justify it. You see the button becomes longer, so I will take left alignment. All right, now you see the size of the button is actually small. I will take let's take large. You see, it doesn't actually change. It doesn't actually extra large. It doesn't actually change. Now for you to change, let's just take the medium. For you to change anything here, you have to go to margin and padding of this button, so that you increase the spacing up, the spacing down, the spacing left and right of this button. You get? All right, now after designing your website, always remember to do your internal connections, connecting your buttons to the various pages which you want. All right, so that is it about the button. Now we'll go to style. If you want to style this button, just come to style. Style, now we're talking about the background of the button, the hover of the button. What do I mean by hover? I will show you what hover is all about. Now typography, this about us. Let's say I want to change this text inside this button that is telling about us. Just click on this pencil icon. Now let me say I want to take Montserrat. Montserrat is always good inside button. Let me take Montserrat. Montserrat. Now you see, I'll take Montserrat. Now I can increase the size. I can increase the size. I can reduce the size. I'll just leave it as default. Default. Then now let's go down. The weight of this, the weight of the right of this text now is on default. Let me say I want to put it on 500, or let me just take 600, so that you see how thick the write-up will become. You see 700. You see the way it has become thicker, right? Let's put it at 900. So you see the way it is, very thick. Now I'll put it at 500, or let me just put it at 600. 600. See the way it is, right? Okay, now let me go to transform. Now transform is for you to transform to uppercase, or to transform all to lowercase. Let me take all uppercase. Uppercase. So you see the way it has actually changed. Now the line height, there's no line height here because this button doesn't have a second line here. Then letter spacing, you can increase the letter spacing just like we did up here. So that is it about the button. Let's go now to let's go to advanced tab. Now we see the margin and padding of this button. Now let's go to margin. Now I'll uncheck this. This one will not actually affect anything inside here. it will affect the spacing between this right top and this button. Now let me increase from the top. You see the way the spacing is increasing, right? The spacing is actually increasing. I will just remove it. I'll put it on default. Now let's go to margin. This way you understand that. Let's go to padding. So this way you understand that padding is actually the spacing inside between this text and this line up here. Now let's increase the padding at the top here. Let's put it on 30. So you see the way it has actually increased, right? It has actually increased. Okay, I'll put it on default. All right, now let's go down. So you actually see how you can edit your button, connect your button to various pages. Now this is the same thing you do here. Now this button actually has a shadow. Now let me go to shadow. Let's see. So this button has not been linked. You understand? So you have to link it yourself. Then now let me show you something. You see icon. You see this icon on this button here, this arrow. You can actually change it from here. Icon. Just click on. You look here. You see here none. You see upload SVG file. You have to upload it yourself. Now just come here to icon libraries. You have to select from the different arrows. You can take an arrow pointing back, an arrow pointing up, pointing down. You can select different types of arrows. Let's just type arrow. So you see different arrow types. Let me change it and take this one. Click on it and you insert. So you see the arrow has actually changed, right? Okay, let's move to the next section. All right, guys. So let's come now to this other section. This is an inner section inside a main section. Look at something. Let me show you something. When you click here, this is a section here. When you click here, this is the section. It comes right down. Right down. This is it right here. Now they have actually input inner section, an inner section. Now this is an inner section inside a main section. So you can edit this inner section inside this main section. You understand? All right. So now for you to edit anything here, now if you want to edit this, you just click here. This is actually what is known as an icon box. An icon box. This icon box actually has an icon, it has a subheader, and it has the main text, the body text. Now if you want to change this icon, just click here on this icon. Just click here. It will take you to icon library. You can actually just pick out, let me just pick out this setting icon, insert. You see it has actually changed, right? Then you can style the icon. You can style the icon to give you the style you want. Just go to style. You work on the color of the icon. This background is this light gray background here. You change it from here. You work on the spacing between this icon and this right up here. You want to work on this right up, just come down to content. Come down to content. Just click on content. You see title. Then you go down again. You see description is actually this one. You're working on this one down here. All right, okay, so that is it about this section. Is the same thing here. It is an inner section with only this is actually an inner section with 4 different columns, but this one has nothing inside. It has not actually nothing inside. Let me see. This is an inner section with 2 columns, but now they've actually reduced the margin and the padding. They have removed the padding from the left and they've increased the padding from the left and from the right. That's why you see it's actually right here. All right, now let's go back to our button. Sorry, I actually said I was going to show you how to work on this background of this button and the hover effect. Now when you click on your button, you want to edit the button, you go to style. I ended at the level of typography. Now when you come here to button, um you see this is text. You want to work on this text, right? I already show you how to do that. This is the typography for this text. Now text color, if you want to change the text color, just click on this white carrying this red line. Just come on it. You see the way the text color is changing, right? The text color is changing. Let me put yellow. Let me put it to yellow. You see the way it's changing, right? Yeah. So you work on it there. Now you just come to background. Background, you see here, the background here is classic. If you want 2 colors, gradient, let me go to gradient. Let me put the first color to be red and the second one to be white. So you see the way the button is, right? that is gradient, but I don't want it. I want a classic background. Now I'll change it to black. You see the way you change the color to black, and the text color is white. All right, now that is just the normal color. Like when somebody visits the site, this is what the person sees. Now, what if somebody hovers his or her mouse on the button? What happens to this button? Now, just come here to hover. Hover. This is a hover effect. Click on hover. Now they'll ask you, what text color do you want to see? I want to see the red text color. Red text color when I hover over the button. Now, what background color do you want to have? I want to have let me just know, if I take a white background, then it's not really going to make sense. I want to take a blue background. You get, I want to use a blue background. When I hover over this button, I want it to be blue. Then I want the text color to be white, to remain as white. When I hover over it, now see what will happen. When you hover over it, you see that it changes, right? Yes, it changes. All right, now hover animation. When I hover over it, apart from the colors changing, how do you want the button to behave? Now just come to hover animation. You see they'll say grow, shrink, pause, pause, grow. Now let me just take shrink. I love shrink. Now when you hover over the button, you see the button becomes smaller, right? It shrinks, it becomes smaller. So that is it. It shrinks. Yeah. So now we go down the borders, border of the button. You want this button to have a particular lining out here. You can do that from here. Now the border is actually known. You can actually change it to solid, double line, dotted lines. Let me change it to solid so that we see. When you change it to solid, you come here. You have to increase the border width. Don't unlink these values. If you unlink the values, unless you want the button to have a particular line on maybe one side, now you just say let me increase the border to 2. So you see the border color. The border color is blue, right? The border color is blue. So you see it here. Now when you hover, it remains the same since this hover color is blue. All right, I'll just remove the values. I'll remove the values, then I'll change it to none. None. All right. So you see box shadow. Box shadow, it actually makes the this button to have a shadow. So it has actually been done. Padding of the button. Let me unlink the button so that we see. So you see the way the button has actually become smaller, right? That's why I said padding is actually the spacing from the inside, and margin is actually the spacing from the outside. Now, let me link it back. Now, look at something. I'll unlink it. I'll give the top padding. I'll give top padding to be 8. I'll give the bottom padding to be 8 as well. 8. Then I'll give the right padding, that is the padding to the front, that is on this side. On this side, I'll give the padding to be, let's just take 15. Then I'll give the left padding from the back. I'll give it 15 as well. Now it's actually very small. Let me just increase the top and bottom to 10. Let me increase the top and bottom to 10. 10. I think it's still too small. It's way small, way too small. Let me say 12. Let's see how 12 will look like. Now you put in values that will suit you, right? You make your button to be in such a way it will fit your website. I know it's still actually small, but that's just the way you do it. All right, now we move on, we move down. If you want to change these images, just click on this section. This is another section. Now when you click on this section, you look here, we have an image. We have about I think 2 images here. This image has actually crossed on this one. This one has actually is actually behind. Now this technique was actually done using margins and padding. You see here, they have given a top margin of 80 and a bottom margin of 80. So it has actually increased the um the padding and the margin of this image. That is why you see the image is up and this one is down. All right. So if you want to edit the image, now if you are not able to actually identify these images, just left click on this section, left click on it. Now you will see navigator. Look here, you see navigator. You click on navigator, you actually see section, the section that is highlighted here. Let me see. This is the section that is highlighted here. Look at, I've actually highlighted the section here. You see it showing here section, right? Click on the section. It will bring out the columns inside that section. Now when you click on the columns, you have the individual elements in each of those columns. Now click on this image. You see it has highlight the image that is highlighted is the image behind, right? Sorry, is this image in front? This is it. Look at it here. This is the image. You can change it from here. Now we go to the next column. This next column, click on the next column. You see heading, text, button, section. Now let's go to this section. You see column again. You see inner section. You see inner section again, and so on. So that is just the way you work on those sections. That's just, if you are confused, you are not able to identify these images or these stuffs that are here, you just left click on this section. You go to navigator, then you start identifying the section and the columns. All right, guys, let's move on. All right, so it's just the same thing. You just do the same thing for all these guys. Now let's go to our footer and our header. How do we customize the footer and the header? All right, guys, now don't forget to save whatever you have done. Right now, don't forget to save. Okay, now let's go now to our header and our footer. All right, now I'll just, for you to go back, just click on these three dots here. Look at where my mouse is. Just click here. Now when you click, you go to exit to dashboard. I want to go back to dashboard. All right, this is our dashboard, right? This is our dashboard. Now let me show you something. Let's walk this dashboard through. Now I told you we're going to look at some things under settings, right? When you go to your settings, when you hover over settings, you see general, you see writings, you see readings, you see discussion, you see permalinks. Now let me show you something under permalinks. When you come to permalinks, let me show you something here. Now you see it is the post name is actually what is highlighted. This is correct, but this is because we are actually editing a fully functioning website, a website that has actually been created. If in a case where you have to create your own website, you will find this either on custom, you'll find it on day and name. Put it on post name. Always make sure it is on post name. Now in the video where I'll be showing you how to design a website from scratch, I'm going to explain the reason for that. But for now, we're working on a fully functioning website, a website that's actually been, for now, we're working on a website that's actually been designed. We are just editing. Now, we want to work on our header and footer. Now, let's view our website. Let me show you something. Now, you look at something. I changed these write-ups to about us, right? But now, it has not changed. Somebody will say it has not changed. Why? I did not save the work. Remember, each time you do your work, you save it, right? Make sure you save it. Okay. Now, I want us to work on this logo. I want us to change this logo, change this like we can change the text, we can make it to have a hover animation and so on, right? Then I want us to as well work on the footer. We change this. I'll show you how to change these informations on the footer. Okay, now come back here. You take customize. Look here. Just click on customize. You can as well, when you're on your dash, at the level of your dashboard, you just go to appearance, you take customize. Now click customize. All right, guys. Now, when working on a website, look here. You will see some three dots. You see here. You see the laptop icon. You see tablet, and you see mobile. Now, all these icons here, when you're designing a website, right, you actually have to check out if your website is mobile responsive as well. You get? Okay, now we want to customize. All right, now look here. When you hover over this header, you see a line will come up here, right? This line is actually showing this header. It's indicating that we want to work on this header. Now we cannot work on this text. We cannot work on anything here, right? That is it. So we are customizing the header. Now let's go to footer. Let me show you something. You see, we can customize the footer too. See, so you see these pencil icons coming up here, right? Is because you can actually edit these things. You can edit all these things from here. Customization. The customization option. Take note, customization option is for you to work on the header and the footer. Now just click. When you click on this pencil icon, you're working on this entire section. Like you want to increase the spacing between this place and this one, this upper line and this one down here. You want to change the background, but for now I think that one is okay. We're not changing any background. We'll leave the background like that, transparent header. Now we want to change this logo. Just come here, click on this pencil icon. When you click on this pencil icon, look here, you see logo. You see the logo is here, the workplace. Now the logo is not actually showing because it is white. It's on a white background here. So now you can change the logo from here. You upload your own logo. You can upload a logo from your gallery, from your computer and so on, but I'm not going to change that. But you already see how you can do that, right? Now let me just uh the workplace. I will still repeat the same logo. When you highlight the logo you want to take, you just take choose image. Now I've just taken the same logo, that's why it hasn't changed, right? But I just wanted to show you how you can do that. So that is, you just put the logo. You can increase. Now let me show you something. Now you can increase the width of the logo. You can increase the width of the logo. You can reduce it to be small. You understand? Okay, now I'll just, this is the desktop logo. Now you can check for tablet. Now you see it's on tablet, right? This is tablet mode. Just click on it. You go to mobile. This is the way it looks like on mobile. You can actually hide. There are things you can hide on mobile so that it doesn't show on mobile, but it should show on computer. So this website has actually been customized. Look at it, is actually customized to the mobile version as well. It's actually customized. So we have nothing to do about customization here. So we'll go back to desktop mode. Now, so that's actually how you change your logo. Just click on this, hover over the logo, click on this pencil icon, and you change the logo. Now you want to work on this menu. Now the menu itself, right? I'll go back and show you how you can increase, you can add something to this menu, remove something to this menu. I'll go back and show you how to do that. You don't do that from here. Here you are just like increasing the spacing between these different pages, these menu items. You are changing the typography. That's what you can influence from here. I'll show you how you can edit the logo. It's the that's add maybe a page, you want to add a service page. How do you do that? I'm going to show you that. Now just click on this. Now you see you can increase the width of this. So you don't have much to do here. Now when you go to design, this is where you configure your menu, but this menu has been configured. Just go to design. Now design, menu hover style. How do you want your menu to hover? How do you want it to be whenever you hover over the menu? I want it to be on the line. I want it to have a line each time I hover over it, right? Okay, now let me just take zoom. Let's see. Now you will not see the effect because I'm actually at the back end. If I was actually in the front, if I save the changes, someone in the front end will see. When you hover over it, you'll see a line will appear under here. Now sub menu container, these are stuff, dividers. Divider is when you are on a mobile version, you will see the menu will not appear like this, right? When you're on a mobile version, you see the menu will have a hamburger icon here. When you click, it will display the menu on your screen. Sub menu animation. How do you want the menu to animate? Slide down, slide up, fade, none. None is actually giving you that the style that's going to apply is the original style, that the default style. Okay, now when you look here, you actually see the menu, your header items here. You see that the logo, this is the logo here, this is the logo here, this is the menu here. All right, now let's go to the footer. Let's go to the footer. Now if you want to edit the footer, just highlight here. You see that the items here have actually changed, right? The items here have changed. Now you see widget 1, which correspond to this image and this text here. You see widget 2, which correspond to quick links, which is home, about, amenities, pricing, which is actually the menu that is up there, but it is actually placed here so that somebody, if somebody wants to go back to any page, the person will not need to scroll up, but just click from here. Now we have widget 3, which is important link, which is terms and condition, legal, business partners, and so on. Then we have let's connect, which is actually this right up, which is widget 4. Then we have social, which is under here, which is this is it here. Then we have HTML. When you look at HTML, let me show you. This HTML is actually this text powered by tutorial, the name of the website that I gave, right? This is it here, HTML, which is this here. Then we have copyright, this copyright here. If you want to edit, just click on this icon. You see, they'll give you the copyright here. You can change the copyright text and you put your own. You want to change this one too, just click on it. Powered by, you see the site name. The name you give your site will appear here. They will see, you see now here, powered by tutorial. Okay, so if you want to change anything, just click here. It will appear on this side. You change it. Now you see here important links. Then you see the links here. You can change the links here. You put in their URL, or you change the names. You click here. You see legal. You put in the URL. You put in the link that will connect to that page. Then you put in the name here. You can change it from legal to privacy policy and so on. So that is how you work on it. Quick links, you can change it from here. Just click on it. So it's as simple as that, right? You just click on that and you put in whatever you want to put, remove whatever you want to remove. Now let's say you want to create a service page and include it. You create a service page, you want to include it in your menu. All right, let me go and show you how to create a page. I'll just remove this. I'll go back to the site. Okay, now I'll just hover and go to our WordPress dashboard. I'll go back to the dashboard. All right, now let's say I want to add a page. Just click over page. Now let's just go to all pages. You see, these are the pages here, right? These are our pages. The way we edit our home page is the way we edit our all the other pages. Now for the header and the footer, once you edit it on the home, once you edit it, you customize it. It is being customized for the rest. You understand? Because the header and the footer applies for the whole website. Now when you come here, I want to add a service page. Just click on add new. Just hold on. Now they'll ask you, you have to name the page, right? Let me just say services. You see, this is our service page. Now I will not edit with Elementor. I don't want to edit it. I will just publish. Just look here, publish, and you publish again the second time. Now page publish, right? We'll have it now among our pages. Now let me go to all pages. Now when you look here, you see service page. Now look at something here. You see here, let me hover over these other pages. Let me hover over pricing page. You see they'll say edit with Elementor because they have actually added something in this page and it was being edited with Elementor. Sample page has not been edited. You will not see anything like edit with Elementor. You'll see service page has not been edited. You will not see anything like edit with Elementor. So you are forced to come and click here on edit. Then when it opens, you will take edit with Elementor, right? Okay, now let me show you how to add a service page to our menu. Just come to appearance. When you come to appearance, you hover over to menu, click on menu. Now our menu has actually been created, right? You see menu name, important links. You see this is another menu. This is the menu at the level of the footer menu. Yeah, look at here. Select a menu to edit. Look up here. We have two menus here. We have the footer menu and the header menu. These are important links, right? These are links that are actually created, custom links. It was being created from here. Custom links that will take you to some pages like legal page, business, partners, or terms and conditions of a business. So those custom links were created from here and they were links. Those custom links were actually linked to individual pages, to different pages, right? Or maybe you can link it to a different website. It depends on you, to a page on a different website. It depends on you, right? Now Let's come here and select the menu we want to edit. I want to add our service page to our main menu. Click here. You see primary menu. You see here too quick links. This quick links is actually, we actually saw quick links and we saw important links on the footer. So we have three menus that have been created here. So the menu we want to edit is the primary menu, which is at the level of, which is the menu on the header, right? Okay, now that is the menu we want to edit. Now let's just take select. All right, now we've selected the menu. This is it here. You see here, you see home, right? You see home page. So this is a menu we want to edit. You see here home page, about us, amenities, pricing, and contact. Now I want to add the service page. This, look here. When you look here, you just see here most recent, or you come to view, or if you don't see it at the level of most recent, you come to view, or you will see it here. This is his service. Now let me just come here. You see sample page, but it's not here, right? That's not been added. Let's just go to most recent. Now you highlight service, click on add new, or add to menu, sorry. You see here service, right? It is the last, but now contact us, our contact page is one of the last pages that actually come on the menu. I want to adjust this to actually be at the level of after about us. How do you do that? Just come here, left click, just grip this menu, this service page, move it up, drag it up, and you place it after about us. Simple. You just come here, click on save menu. Menu is already saved. You are good to go. Now let's visit our website and see how it looks like. Let's visit the website. Now this is our website, right? At first we did not have service. Now you see here we have home, about us, service, and we have amenities. Now when you click on service, when you want to view the service page, you see that it's actually empty. We haven't added anything on the service. It only display the title, and we can disable this title, right? Yes, we can disable it. So let's go back to our home page. So you see the way the home page looks like, right? Now when you want to visit any page, you go there. All right guys, so we have come to the end of this tutorial, guys. That is just the way you edit any, you input, you import your website, pre-design website, you edit it, remove information and put your own. Guys, that is just the way you do it. Guys, if this video actually added value to you guys, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, guys, so that each time I post valuable contents like this, you are going to be one of the first persons which YouTube will notify you that VL Concept has actually posted such videos. So guys, like and share these videos. Like this video, guys, give this video a thumbs up to encourage me to continue doing more and more valuable videos like this. Guys, see you in the next video, where I'll be showing you different plugins which you will install to have more and more templates, more and more beautiful templates, so that you can import pre-designed websites. And I'll also be showing you how to design website from scratch. Guys, give my video a thumbs up if the video actually helped you. So guys, see you in the next video.